the beauty of heaven.
It says the beauty of heaven, the glories of heaven. Okay, go ahead.
With his glorious shoe.
Show. Yeah.
The sun, when it appeared, declaring as his rising.
Okay.
In a marvelous instrument, the work of the Most High.
So it's a marvelous instrument of the Most High when he created the lights of the firmament with the sun and the moon and the stars. Okay, they all had a purpose. Go ahead.
At the noon, it preaches the country.
It
parches the country. And who can abide the burning heat thereof?
So at noonday is hot. It's hot. At 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, it's hot. No, that's what you call noonday, right? Go ahead.
A man blowing a furnace and his works of heat, but the sun burneth the mountains 3 times more.
So the sun scorched the mountains 3 times hotter than a dude burning a furnace, or torching a furnace. So that sun is hot. Go to a mountaintop in the desert and try to climb over that mountaintop in the desert and see how far you get. You ain't gonna get far, right? The only thing gonna be able to get far is a camel. And you don't look like no camel. Some people look like a camel, but you ain't no camel. I almost said you look like a camel. Ain't gonna. Go ahead.
Breathing out fiery vapors and sending forth bright beams.
That's why you see them breathing out the vapors. That's why when you're in the desert, it be looking like that heat. You can see it rising in the vapors. Yeah. Go ahead.
It dimmeth the eyes. Great is the Lord.
It said dimmeth the eyes, man. That's why when you can't look into the sun without what squinching. Okay.
Great is the Lord that made it.
Great is Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua who made it. Go ahead. Look at it. Go ahead.
And at his commandment it runneth hastily.
At his commandment it runneth hastily. Go ahead.
He made the moon also to serve.
Oh, it saying running hastily mean what? He runs his what? Course. Okay. All right.
He made the moon also to serve in her seasons.
It said he made the moon, right? To serve in her seasons, meaning what? The change of the seasons. Okay. Go ahead.
For a declaration of time.
He said for a declaration of time. So it's governed for a sign. The moon is, okay? Now, to show you something. Let's go. I'm gonna go pull up we'll pull up this right here. It said moon, right? Now I'm gonna go into I'm gonna pull up that word moon. Okay? You can go back and read it over if you like. You start at 5 if you want to read it over. Etymology.
You know, start at 5.
Yeah, you can start it.
This is the book Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach in the Apocrypha, chapter 43, verse 5. Great is the Lord Yahweh that made it, and that his commandments it runneth hastily.
Okay, it runneth its course. Everything got its course. Man has his course. It tells you that in Job 14:4. He has an appointed time on here. Okay? Everything got to run its course, okay? Go ahead.
He made the moon also to serve in her seasons.
He made the moon to serve in her seasons.
For a declaration of time.
For a declaration of time.
And signs of the world.
And signs of the world. Now, this is etymology online, right? Online etymology. Okay. All right. Let me make sure. Online etymology. It says moon, the heavenly body which revolves around the earth monthly, right? And it says it goes into from the Old Saxon and High German mono, French mono, right? And the Dutch monne. It means from the Gothic moon. It says moon means what? Month. Right? It says moon means month. So when you see the moon stands for a new month, okay? So every time you see a new moon, it's a what? A new month, okay? So that's why you see.
Back in those ancient times, that's what we went by.
Yeah, we went by that in the ancient times. So it says back when you read verse 5, read that again.
It's Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach in the Apocrypha, chapter 43, verse 5. And it reads, "Great is the Lord Yahweh that made it, and at his commandments it runneth hastily."
It said runneth hastily, so it runs its course. So it don't matter if everything be destroyed around here, and we left out in the wilderness to walk around, we still worship the Lord in the Sabbath. We still go obey the Sabbath, because all we gotta do is look up every night. And if you don't see no moon, then that means it's a new moon, which with the stage we're gonna go in Saturday evening, Sunday evening. Now you have a lot of people, the fake Jews, they've always had talking about the Sabbath was on Friday sundown to Saturday sundown.
They go back to sun worship.
Yeah, let's go back to sun worship, right? It's worship of Saturn, right? Basically. So you gotta remember the new moon is a new month, okay? Now get Exodus 12 and 1. Baba Shop. Exodus 12 and 1. And we're gonna go back to that one. It says the word month goes into the word moon. See, month goes back to the Old English mona, like the etymologist said, which goes back to moon. Okay, the new moon comes in on the new moon. It's a new month. The new month comes in on the new moon, right? So, like for instance, it says January the 1st wasn't the new moon, but yet they call January 1st a new month. See? Now, if you go back and look at what day, if you go on your phone and pull up January 1st, like I'm gonna show you. Go into there. I can go into that right quick, because I think I got that right here. I think I got the calendar right here. I think. One second. Okay. Now, January the 1st came in. I think it was like they came in with the Esau came in with January the 1st, but really that new moon was like, I think January was December. I want to say December 22nd, somewhere in there was what the time of that new moon was. That was 2019. That new moon was like December. Like December the 22nd. Okay. Like even now, the month we in now, the new moon. This is June 19th. The new moon will be Saturday to Sunday, the 21st. Okay. The new moon going into the 6th or 7th month. Then you got July. The next new moon is July 20th from Sunday to Monday. But Esau said the new month is January the 1st, so that ain't even matching up. They month gonna basically change. They month gonna change on a full moon this trip. Okay, the full moon is halfway through the cycle. Now a month is 29.5 days. The cycle of a whole month. 29.5 days, okay? That's why you see, when you see the moon, you see a new moon, you don't see nothing. Then what's called waxing. When you look up, you see a little bit of crescent, and then 7 days later, you do a Sabbath, you look up in the sky, the moon gonna be half full. Then you go 7 more days, you do another Sabbath, it's 2 weeks from that new moon, it's gonna be a full moon. 14 days, every 14th day of the month is a full moon. Full moon is on the 14th day of the month. So you got these fake Jews, they're doing the Sabbath every Friday, every Saturday, saying that's what it is. Now, Scripture tell you in Colossians, the 2nd chapter, you can't judge a man by his feast days, basically. So, if you're doing the Shabbat, if you hit it a day before, a day after, you know, if you do the Passover on the right day when we do it, or if you do it a month later, as long as you do it, but like for them to say that's it, nah, they wrong, they going off. Because they saying that's that day and that's it. Okay? And that's totally off. Alright? Now what y'all got in Exodus?
Exodus 12:1.
Read up.
And Yahweh spake unto Moses and Aaron.
Right, there it is. He spake unto Moses. But did he say he spoke to the people? No, he spoke to who? Moses. Moses was a go-between. Go ahead.
In the land of Egypt, saying,
In the land of Egypt, saying,
this month shall be unto you the beginning of the months.
This month shall be the beginning of the month. For the what?
Months.
Go ahead.
It shall be the first month of the year.
It shall be the first month of the year. Now, what are they talking about right there? Keep going.
To you. Verse 3. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, that they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house.
Now that's going into how they do the Passover, okay? Go ahead.
Of their fathers, a lamb for an house.
A lamb for a house. So that's going into on that particular day that they're gonna keep that lamb for 14 days and they're gonna kill it. It's gonna be the Passover. Okay, that's when you eat the bitter herbs and whatnot. But see, it tells you, it gives you them days. Okay, now it says this should be the first of the year for you, of the month. It's talk about what? That month, when you read in the Greek, it's a bib, right? Now you go into I think I got I might have it here. This dictionary might have it. I don't know. I'm trying to see. It might have it in here. I don't know. The word abib, it says abib, green fruits, month. Okay? It said look up the word month. So I'm going to go look up that word month. ABC just got the LMNOP. Month. Salaki. Month. The word month, it goes into, from the time of the institution of the Mosaic law downward, the month was a lunar one. Cycles of feasts commencing with the Passover depended on simply on the month, but on the moon, the 14th of Abib was coincident with the full moon, and the new moons themselves were occasionally a regular feast. Okay, see, so. Now we get the understanding of when they say the Shabbat. Now you kind of know what it is. You got people, they just do it every Friday and Saturday. They ain't the fake Jews, and they got our people thinking the same thing. But the real truth behind it is goes into the moon cycle. All right? When that moon goes full, and guess what? It's going to wane, what they call waning. Once it gets to its full state, then it starts losing its light. The light starts decreasing. Because it did say that, I think it's going to say that. This is Psalms 104:19. He appointed the moon for seasons. The sun knoweth its going down. So the sun goes up and down. The sun has a sunrise and a sunset. And the moon has a moon rise and what's called a moon set. A lot of times the moon set comes in 8, 9 o'clock at night, 10, and the moon set is somewhere around 10, 11, or 12 the next day. That's why sometimes you can see the moon and the sun at the same time. Yeah, see? So this is the understanding, right, of the Shabbat, man. You get the understanding of through the scriptures, man. All right? It says, Now that's basically what it's made for. If somebody asks you what the moon is made for, this is a particular scripture you will get. Okay. Let's see. He says he appointed the moon for seasons. The sun knoweth its going down. So the seasons are controlled by the moon, man. Okay. When everything's in perfect alignment, guess what you got? You got a certain vibration on the people. That's why when the full moon come out, people start what? They act a little crazy. Because the moon, when it comes out, the waters, the elements of the water, the moon make the water rise. Okay? So therefore, if your body's 70% water, when the moon come out its full, it's going to have an effect on you. You know? It's going to have a certain kind of
They bring me I was watching Avatar, and on one episode, when the moon get full, like the Avatar water tribe girl, Tara, she was able to increase her power with the moon.
Ah, God. Shit, I'm about to go back and watch that. Shit.
I forgot what episode it was.
Oh, it's an episode. Okay. Yeah, man. It's like when that full moon come out, Most High gave us the knowledge to read the stars, you know, at once, and we healed people in Israel through that. But you gotta remember when Esau, what he do when the full moon came out, he used it as what? Sorcery and witchcraft. You know, the witches and shit. They full moon, they were doing some other shit. They on the left hand side. They wasn't doing everything according to the right hand side. Okay, and go back to who's in Sirach 43. Got it? You ain't got it, I got it. Okay. So every time, hey, that's what that's for right there. This thing right here, bro. Yeah. You leave something, put that in.
I have my fingers on it, I ain't know.
Yeah. That's what this for. You can mark it and then have your fingers in it. Okay? So the Lord told us in Exodus, measure the time, what? Diligently within thyself. Okay? The moon is part of a sign's past, man. Okay? Let's see what we got here.
Sirach 43.
Yeah, you can start back at 5.
In the book of Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, in the Apocrypha, chapter 43, verse 5. Great is the Lord, Yahweh, that made it, and at his commandments it runneth hastily. He made the moon also to serve in the season for a declaration of time.
See, governance times, okay? For we'll know that's a month, and we'll know it's the end of the week. Right? The word week means what? Change. You go into that word week, it means change. Okay? The word month means moon. So that's how we know, okay? Go ahead.
And a sign of the world. For the moon is the sign of the feast.
The sign of the feast. We had that new moon, we feast, man. Go ahead.
A light that decreases in her perfection.
See, a light that decreases when it completes her course. That's why you have when the moon gets to full, it goes into what's called waning. It goes back down, it decreases in its light to the point where it's new again. That's the cycle of the moon. From one new moon to the next, it's 29.5 days, man. Okay? Now, but Esau them, go ahead, we're going to tell you about that. Go ahead.
The month is called after her name.
The month is called after her name.
Increasing wonderfully in her changing.
He said, increasing wonderfully in her changing.
Being an instrument of the armies above.
It said, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the vaults of heaven. Okay? So, it says, give me Genesis 1 and 20. Genesis 1 and 20.
This is Genesis 1 and 20.
Amos 8 and 5. Okay, go ahead.
And Yahweh said, let the waters bring forth every
Genesis 1 and 20.
gun.
Go ahead.
Abundantly, the moving creatures that hath life and flow that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of the heaven.